This is Gene Basler. I'm in Sugar Land, Texas on a balmy spring day, and I want to point out something that one might think was painfully obvious. I like a nice clean edge as much as the next guy. I also like a nice big bed separating the trunk from the turf grass. The bigger the better, all the way out to the root zone, or out to the drip line if possible. This is a southern magnolia. They do tend to reach this size and maturity and start to suffer some problems, especially if the pH is ill-suited to the plant. And like I said, I like a clean edge as well as the next guy, but let's think about this. Are we doing the tree any favors by severing the roots? All for the sake of a clean edge. I'm not saying there aren't a couple of roots that don't need to be, there aren't a couple of roots that need to be pruned. Here's a couple girdling roots that should be pruned. I'm not a huge fan of soil disturbance when I can avoid it, but sometimes a magnolia does need to have some organic matter incorporated into the soil, and root invigoration works wonders on a distressed magnolia. Now from a distance, this guy might look really good, but it's not yet really begun to show the signs of stress. It's got some pretty bad mite damage on it. That stippling or discoloration is from mites. It's also got a fair amount of false oleander scale. And algal leaf spot. You can see how heavy the mite damage is on some of these leaves, and how heavy the false oleander scale is on some of these other ones. So soil nutrition is a good way to make these less susceptible to such things. With a tree like this, it's heavy enough that one might want to intervene before it starts to defoliate. I'd rather get my hands on a tree while it still has this healthy and dark of a leaf population. Seen from another angle, looks like a pretty good tree until we see it up close. Customer's going to start expressing a concern about all these yellow flags, and so the tree's a lot denser than it's about to be. I've discovered that the southern magnolia is a very forgiving tree, and it's pretty easy to turn it around once it starts to flag. So I can make a believer out of a skeptic if they've got a struggling magnolia, and you can too. Good soil nutrition, and in some cases bringing the pH down with some sulfur. But addressing the big three, mites, scale, and algal leaf spot, are also going to be important. Reducing turf grass competition, cutting off irrigation, taking steps to improve internal drainage and not severing the roots. Info@wideworldoftrees.com. I welcome your comments.